Hey, Shalom, I want to start off souls by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Kodash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and honors to brothers doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. A brother sent me this from Vocab's channel, Act 17 Apologetics. Right, it says Muhammad meets the black Hebrew Israelites, which, we've told these guys, a million times. Actually, we know we're just a Hebrew Israelites, man. Right, and this is part of Vocab series, Muhammad's Boom Boom Room, right? Whatever, what have you. This is on Acts 17 Apologetics, premiered on the 16th of July 2019, so it's relatively old, right? But look, man, hey, this guy's taking the piss, man. This guy's fucking taking the piss. Right, you watch this, you see these two Jakes, they're privy on it, but it ain't gonna be a long one, man, because the scriptures are straight into the point. On it says Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. Right, so if you plant apples, guess what, you gonna get apples. You plant oranges, guess what, you gonna get oranges, man. Right. So you plant wickedness, you plant, you then you'll receive for the wickedness that you've planted, right? If you're taking the piss out of the man of the Lord, right, taking the piss out of the name of the Lord, you're gonna be judged for that, man, right? Like I said, you can watch the whole video, you see what's going on there. So like, it says Exodus 20 and 7 says, thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Right, once again, you see it in that video where you get them two Jakes in that video basically playing, mocking Israelite men that are out there doing the work, right? It says, and they're basically, that first they basically do the salute, but in the way they do the salute, they ain't meaning it. They're taking the piss, right? So that's what you did. You took the name of the Lord in vain, right? And the Lord will not hold you guiltless, right? What was that one? Say not. The scripture says, when I say not, it was a joke or something like that. I can't remember how it's phrased, but hey, look, the angels have recorded that, and when you're questioned about it, right? Don't try to say, oh, it was just a joke. Yeah, you took the piss out the name of the Lord, man. Have some respect, right? Have some respect, man. This is Ezekiel 33:33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them, right? Because right now we can do all this back and forth, right? We can argue, you can say this, we can say that, but at the end of it all, right, if you ain't gonna believe, hey, what does the scripture say? It says Revelation, what would you call it? Revelation 22 and 11, right? It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. Right? So if you ain't, if you're unjust and you're filthy or whatever, you just gonna remain that way. Right? You can't be changed. Right? Everyone's been predestined to for a specific role from the beginning of time. Right? So if you ain't gonna get it, you ain't gonna get it. So hey, you carry on doing what you're doing, but at the end of it, right, we gon' know who was right and who was wrong when Yahushua pierces them clouds, right? When the chariots of heaven, when the chariots of heaven pierce the clouds and bring destruction to this earth, then we gon' know who was right and who was wrong, right? Then you'll remember all the times you mocked, all the times you took the piss, and you read that comment board, man. That comment board, people were, having a laugh. People saying, "God, I can't stop laughing," right? Making brothers out to look dumb. What was that? This is Matthew 18:6. I'll start from. I'll read from 3. It says, "Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children," right? Humility, right? It says, "Ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven." Because this is why we do what we're doing, right? For the hope that we'll enter into the kingdom, for hope that we shall be saved, right? So whosoever therefore shall humble himself as a little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven, right? You read GMSFAQ, I believe the 12th chapter, it says, "Pride was not made for man," right? We read Proverbs, scripture says about what do you call it? The Lord hates 6 things of the Lord hate, I think. And the first thing was a proud look, right? You also read Matthew 5:5, says the meek shall inherit the earth, because it's all about humility, which is why you'll go through certain things, right? To raise you up in the spirits, right? It says, and whosoever shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. Right, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Right? So them 3 characters there, they were taking the piss, man. And anyone that was supporting that, the production of that video, anyone that responded positively to that video, right? You're joining in, right, in the offense, right? Hey, you might have a problem, might not be too strong in the faith. He sees that video, sees all the likes, all of the comments. He might, feel a way about it, man. Right? So, you're offending, man. You said, if you're watching the video, they got the Israelites reading the Tanakh upside down, the Torah upside down. Or was it a Tanakh or Torah? Yeah, it was reading the Tanakh upside down, right? And when it was cutting a Muslim, right, and then they read the Quran sideways, as if to say brothers are stupid, which brothers ain't stupid, man, right? Brothers are intelligent, right? Maybe not by this world standards, but that's not what the world, that's not what the Lord is dealing with. It says, 1 Corinthians 1, I'm going to start from 25, "But the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh," right? Not many mighty, not many noble are called, right? So the Lord ain't looking for no Stephen Hawkins, because these guys try to make us look stupid. Look, man, you ain't on the level of what the so-called white man will call intelligent, man, right? But the Lord ain't looking for what the so-called white man calls intelligent. We just read that here, how that not many wise men after the flesh, right? Because if the Lord was, if we were all there, then people would hear what we have to say, right? But that it ain't for them to believe, right? This is GMSOrigins 13:23. Right, it says, "When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds." Right, so when a rich man, or basically a man of esteem in this world, right, says, so whether that's a man that's physically rich, or maybe a man that might have a certain accolades, letters after his name, Doctor such and such, whatever, what have you, right? So but it goes on to say, "But if the poor man speak, right, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they'll help to overthrow him," right? Which is why they don't want to get down with what brothers are saying, right? They'll look at what vocab says, and oh, I'm a this and I'm a that, right? And then they won't, rather listen to what he's going to say. But Lord ain't looking for people that are just going to believe because someone of a quote unquote reputed source is telling them, right? Because the Lord at the end of the day is looking for faith, right? It says Hebrews 11:6. It says, "But without faith it is impossible to please him." Right, so if you ain't got the faith, you can't please the Most High, and that's just simple. That's it. That's plain and to the point, right? For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him, right? So, and the worst thing about it is read Galatians 2, right? Or Galatians 1, one of the two, right? Now, Galatians 2 and 8, right? Faith is a gift, right? So, but you know, you can't please the Most High without this gift. But who gives you this gift? The Most High, right? It says, so yeah. So that's why you ain't gonna get no excellent orators. I mean, let me not put it that way. You know, because you do have brothers are great orators. Let me not put it that way. But basically, it's a thing of, you know, trying to make brothers look stupid in that video, right? However, right, the Lord ain't looking for someone who is wise after the flesh, right? Lord is looking about it, you know, is looking for, you know, he's looking for his men, man, however they may come, right? Hey, perceive them to be foolish and unlearned, man. Let me look for that. Perceive. So really, you'll just, you know, this is Acts 4:13. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahushua, right? So looking to perceive, to take, eagerly seize, possess, apprehend, attain, come upon, comprehend, basically to lay hold of things, to like understand, I think, in this context. Yeah, to understand, perceive, learn, comprehend in this context. Unlearn, illiterate, unlearn, right? So that's what they were saying of Peter and John, right? That they were, you know, that's what they, you know, were thinking of them, right? But hey, they were with Yahushua. So what you gonna say then? What you gonna say now, right? It says, but the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, right? It says, and the Most High, because that's where the Lord's all about putting that respect on his name, and, you know, raising some any guy, right? And confounding the wise, you know, confounding the kings of the world, right? It says, and the Most High hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, right? So, hey, you keep mocking brothers. You keep trying to make it seem like brothers are stupid, right? You know, you keep taking, hey, let me say it first. You keep taking the piss out of the Lord and see what the Lord gonna do to you for that alone, man, right? But yeah, let's say just a quick one. Till the next time. Shalom.